Hello and welcome back to Ankford Plays and welcome back to God of War 3 Remastered for the PS4. Which is pretty obvious by now, but you know. We just beat Zeus. And the corpse of Pandora is nowhere to be found. Oh yeah, she fell into the box, I forgot, and it's empty. Which is just kind of hilarious. Kind of sad. The power wasn't within you all along, is what I'm guessing will happen. You were always able to kill a god, Kratos. Consider all the gods you've been killing up until now. Like, oh yeah, I've been killing like everybody. How am I on the upgrade front? I'm sorry, it's been 2 days. 4 days. Here we go. There he is. Swoosh!
Such chaos. I will have much to do after I kill you.
Face me, father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It is time.
Ow. Ow, Zeus. Oh shit, it's Gaia.
The reign of Olympus ends now.
Gaia! You live?
My world, it bleeds because of you. I never sought your deaths, Father. Yet you have left me no choice.
Your pawn has failed you, Gaia. Perhaps you should have chosen the other one.
Enough! Father and son will die together.
Oh shit. Damn it, Gaia. It did seem suspicious that we hadn't actually seen her die. Ugh. She can probably feel me crawling around the vines in here. Oh, would you look at that? It's your goddamn heart, sucker! Okay, how do I kill this? Enough! I'm tired of being everybody's pawn.
I'll put an end to this chaos.
Oh shit! He's getting help from it as well. Screw you, Zeus! Ah! Zeus, you asshole! Oh jeez. Oh boy. Fucking Zeus! Oh jeez. Ow, my thumb! Oh, jeez. That is like some button mashing bullshit this right now. No! 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 Wrong! Mine! Oh. Oh jeez. There we go. Enough! Oh god, he's annoying.
I will break you! I will break you!
There we go. Die! God damn it! Oh boy, 2 games trying to kill Zeus. Now we get Gaia too. No more being a pawn, I guess. We broke Gaia though, that means we literally broke the world. Oh boy. That is some destructive shit you've got going there, Kratos. I'm about to call him Garrus. Kratos. Fuck. I don't know why I was about to call him Garrus. You know how a lot of mythology is cyclical? This is the same thing. It's because like people wanted to like. People always have had this idea that their time is coming to an end. And that's why, like, you have all these doomsday properties like Ragnarok, and I don't know what the Zeus equivalent, what the Greek equivalent would be, but this basically, it's I consider it a sign of humility, and then of course it comes back newer and better. Like it's a sign of hope, but the idea that hope has to come through destruction, and you also see that in a lot of anime, which got kind of embraced after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. A lot of post-World War II Japanese fiction has this idea of the great destruction followed by recreation and rebirth. I think one of the best examples, like My Neighbor Totoro, where the tree they create is shaped like a mushroom cloud. Like it's a form of destruction, but it's also like bringer of new ideas, bringer of new life, and that sort of thing. It's very interesting. Why am I bringing this up now? Because I don't know. I feel like once I press that button, I'm there. Kratos is going to remake the universe in his image. In his image, and maybe create the world as we know it without creatures and stuff. The real world. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All my stuff!
Nothing but darkness lies ahead, Kratos.
Huh. I don't have my weapons. I don't have anything. Calliope? Pandora. Probably. I can't interact with it. I like that they decided to have his tattoo grow red. Oh no. Tartarus? Oh!
What's happening outside? The people! The fires!
Shh. Stay close, Calliope.
Oh, it is them.
I'm scared. Are they coming to get us?
Your father will protect us.
Man this village! Burn it to the ground!
Daddy? Kratos! No! No, Father, no!
My wife. My child. How? They were left in Sparta. Ares!
Yeah, how did he mistake them for strangers?
Kratos! Come. I can show you the way.
Pandora?
Hurry! I can help Kratos.
Yeah, but what about Hephaestus?
Kratos, in the darkness, the fires of hope will set us free.
I love this imagery. I really do. This looks so good. The whole thing with the glowing tattoo and the dark backgrounds. Oh, I love how minimalistic it is. Like the way it works with colors and oh, it's so good. It looks like a fucking oil painting. I really, really like this.
You can see the light. It is changing you. It is time to lay your fears to rest. The light reveals the truth. The power of forgiveness comes from within.
Oh yeah, he's learning to
be
get past
forgiven,
it.
You must find the power to forgive yourself.
People are saying this was cheesy, but honestly, I've heard that they said, a lot of people said the ending of this game was cheesy, but this is actually This makes sense for the character. Because the only way you can truly get past trauma is working for it, right? That's the thing. Kratos has been afraid to be alone with his thoughts for so long. He has filled that void in his life with violence and women and other things, and blaming others, and then asking the gods to do something they can't actually do, because what he ultimately has to do is forgive himself. And
No!
yeah, of course the power comes from within. That makes sense for the character. That's not bad character writing. Athena? Will you forgive me though?
Kratos, fear drove Zeus to kill his father Kronos. The same fear that brought the Great War. A fear that drove Zeus to kill you, his own son. Zeus uses fear to keep you in the dark. Confront your demons and lay them to rest.
Over here, Kratos.
The statue is of Athena, and she has the big sword. Of course. Never noticed the statue was of Athena until now. But that makes sense. That makes total sense. Jump into it.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is... Do you remember that day, Spartan?
I won't allow you to hurt her.
Good luck with that little whore you call Pandora.
You cannot change your destiny, mortal.
I gave you everything.
Please, don't do it, Spartan.
That's what you take for. Let me be.
Die, Spartan.
Today you may defeat me.
Come, I can show you the way.
Ares?
Hurry!
Why won't you die? Die! Tremble in fear!
Kratos! Ah! Over here, Kratos!
Ares?
Hurry, Kratos! Kratos, please. I need you to free me.
Don't listen to her, Kratos. For once in your pathetic life, don't fail her.
Zeus.
Don't fail her like you failed your family.
It's all right, Kratos.
Tattoo is gone. Or it's white now.
Kratos! fear in the gods rose, mine was replaced by hope.
Power to kill a god.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
Enough! Do it, Kratos! Use the symbol of your own remorse! Ah! Die! Oh, I'm covered in blood. I can't see anything. Riveting visuals here. Red screen with nothing else on it. Oh jeez. Okay. I think we get the picture. Well, more specifically, we get no picture. Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. Oh, the chains! The blades are gone.
Done well, Kratos. Freed from the bondage of Olympus and cleansed in chaos, mankind is now ready to hear my message.
Look around you, Athena. The world stands in ruin. What good is your message?
Go if you must. But first, I insist you give me the power from inside the box.
Athena?
The box was empty.
That can't be true. I can see it in your eyes. You used my power to kill Zeus.
You still have it as we speak. Don't you understand? When Zeus gathered all the evils and placed them in the box, I dreaded what would happen if it was opened again. And so, I summoned the most powerful weapon in the world, and I placed it in the box.
Athena?
I told you, it was empty. Pandora was sacrificed in vain. She died because of my need for vengeance.
You must be mistaken. You used my power to kill Zeus. I saw you do it. Unless... Of course. When you opened the box, you released the evils to the gods. Infected them. Changed them. Zeus himself fell prey to the dark evils. This is why he became so enraged and obsessed with your death. He was consumed by the evil, fear. I thought the power I placed in the box was never released. All these years, I assumed you drew from the evils inside to destroy Ares. But I was wrong. The power you took from the box is mine. From it, you gained the strength that Zeus could never destroy. A strength great enough to overcome fear. Locked deep inside of you, Kratos, is hope. It has remained buried, trapped by your guilt and the failures of your past. When you killed Zeus, you must have allowed something to awaken it. What was it, Kratos?
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
What was it, Kratos?
All I remember is what I have lost.
That is why you should give me the power. I understand its true meaning and where it belongs. I trust you to do the right thing, Kratos.
You shouldn't.
You owe me this, Kratos.
I owe you nothing.
I made you a god. I sheltered you from the wrath of Olympus. I delivered you revenge on Zeus.
It is over, Athena.
You would dare strike me down? Again?
She deserved to
My
die.
vengeance
I said that during the second game.
ends now.
The last god.
Can't. You
What?
fool! What have you done? No!
That releases hope into the world, right? So there's no gods.
That was meant for me! They will not know what to do with it!
Oh, she's a selfish bitch.
You disappoint me, Spartan.
How can he be in God of War 4? Wait, what? How can he be in God of War 4? What? He died. What? How can he be in the fourth one now? This was... What? Huh. Well, okay. So first off, years ago I watched this extra credits video about God of War, and not knowing whether I would ever play the game, I watched it even though it had spoilers. So I knew it was going to go first person, and I knew that you would eventually kill Sirius. But I feel like that was also in the marketing anyway, so that's not really a problem. Their assessment of Kratos as a character is that he starts out as a great Greek trilogy, and then he completely becomes flanderized into this flaming ball of rage and violence that there's no redeeming features of. I disagree. I think Kratos is his story is about working through trauma and like doing everything but thinking, which is you would be surprised how common that is. A lot of people have a real problem looking inwards and real problem being alone with their thoughts. They just don't enjoy it. And it's like I've got to look. Oh, special thanks to Elijah Wood. Oh, interesting. It kind of explores the masculine self. I'm sure everybody knows that dude who doesn't want to go to the doctor even when he's sick because he doesn't want to trouble anybody. That's my problem. I'm a man. I'll deal with it. Feels guilty about seeing a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I know I saw a psychologist. I actually felt guilty about even being there. I experienced large amounts of imposter syndrome. Even being in their office lobby waiting to get in to talk to them. So there's definitely like a form of thought process you can kind of adhere to masculinity, where we're just taught to take care of ourselves too much. We're taught that problems are our own to deal with, and nobody wants to hear your emotional bullshit. Just get over it. And I think Kratos is a great example of that, because he's a man's man that that commits a terrible deed and ends up paying with it for it by never being able to get over it. And no matter how much love and drunkenness and women and violence he fills his life with, in the quiet moments he always returns to that night where he killed his wife and child, and that I think is a really great story element. I really like that he really has to, like, it has to be like an over the top. You have to speak in certain terms to this kind of dude, and you know, a lot of people don't think about their own mortality before the jig is up, before they're close to dying or whatever else might be the case. and Kratos just he works. I think people who say that it becomes too cheesy and too childlike and too young adult novel at the end kind of misses the point. I think Kratos, this entire trilogy, has been a very interesting character study of this one dude, which I really do think it's mainly a character study of the character. On the flip side, like people who were disappointing in the ending of the third one, there's of course also the main part of my friend group who completely dismissed the series just based on marketing because this is a game for bros. This is just violence and tits, and they never get to experience this interesting character who is Kratos. This is really good. This is on the level of like a really good graphic novel. I would say the first game is still like the writing of the first game is still what I would consider a masterpiece. But like overall, if you take like the entire series I've played until now, at the time of recording this, I have played the 3 main games, and I have played Chains of Olympus. I'm actually recording this on the same day that I streamed the ending of Chains of Olympus, so I still have that fresh in my mind. And with that, like in the back of your head, like him constantly having to be close to forgiving himself, and then either his anger issues or his denial, which is like I think a lot of it is just symbolic for denial, keeps him from moving on, from being happy. And of course in Chains of Olympus, he ultimately just tries to return to the past, which you can't travel in time, and that also, like him finally giving up on his family in that regard, is also like a big thing, a big part of him having to move on. I think if you try and ignore the fantasy elements and just try and see it as a man dealing with his friends and family after having lost someone and after having been through a giant traumatic event, and basically destroying his life around him, I think it becomes a lot clearer what they're doing here. Also, hey, it's a bird. I never noticed that he was standing on a bird. Oh, cutscene. Sorry for rambling so much. I hope you get what I mean. Oh, the sun is out. Yeah, this was just a really good trilogy of games, and yeah, the side games only like helps build him up even more. And I think if you disagree with me, obviously you're allowed to disagree, but like this is my reading, I guess, of the character. But when it comes to that, like it's denial. Monsters are not real in this game, or they are. You're playing a fantasy game, but like the monsters constantly interrupting his path to self-redemption and self-realization are the people around him, the society around him, him being stopped by his own like denial, of him being stopped by his own guilt. I like you can see the random encounters of minotaurs and stuff as his guilt, stopping him from moving on. always putting, like, stopping him from trying to work through all this. I know that it probably sounds sappy to you. Please, by all means, write in the comment section. Tell me, like, whether you agree with my reading of this character, and whether this has been an eye-opener for you if you haven't played the game yourself. And with that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Ankford Plays. Thank you guys for watching the series on God of War 3. We are continuing on the channel with the rest of the games. I'm gonna be streaming the 2 other spin-off games. Ghost of Sparta and Ascension. And I am not sure what to do about the 4th game now. Now that I've seen this ending, I kind of want to take a break from the series, at least a couple days. Obviously, when this video goes up, I will probably be knee-deep in it, but me personally, I'm gonna take a little break. Because this feels like a pretty satisfying conclusion. I wonder why they decided to do a 4th one, other than name recognition. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what the 4th one is like. Based on all this, it seems like almost unrecognizable based on trailers, and I have the cover next to me here, and like, it just seems like a different tone altogether. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. He seems, on the cover at least, he seems a lot more passive and such. So yeah, I will see you next time on Ankford Plays, and I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you join next time for more shenanigans. Until then, bye!